So let us start with our OOPS concepts. Now, guys, yes, the very first question is, before discussing about OOPS, first you are supposed to have an idea about what are the difference between object-oriented programming languages and procedure-oriented programming languages. See, the concept is very, very simple. Mainly one point. The very first point is object-oriented programming languages mainly concentrates on data security. How can you say that? Okay, let me ask this small question. Did you remember access modifiers concept? What is the use of these access modifiers? Access modifiers provides which will enhance the data security. I believe you remember that, right? These kind of access modifiers concept is not available for procedure oriented programming languages. For procedure oriented programming languages like C, you don't have any access modifier. You don't have any public, private, protected. No, you will not be having that. So mainly remember one point, sir. Like if you face this question, like what is the difference between object oriented programming languages and procedure oriented programming languages? Yes, sir. Object oriented programming languages mainly concentrates on data security. Procedure oriented programming languages concentrates on step-by-step flow of executions. First, function one. After executing function one, then only function two. After that, function three. See, guys, I believe you remember in our demo classes, I given you a lot of tasks like method one, method two, method three, method four, method five, like that. From method one, we can call method three. From method three, we can call method two. From method two, we can call method five. We can actually call any method from anywhere with the help of an object. Am I right or wrong? This, particular technique is not available for procedure oriented programming languages. Procedure oriented programming languages mainly follows step by step flow of executions, as object oriented programming languages mainly concentrates on data security. We are having this concept like access modifiers, and access modifiers concept is actually not available for procedure oriented programming languages. In object oriented programming languages, various methods can work simultaneously. For example, I can call method 5 from method 1. I can call method 1 from method 2. I can call method 2 from method 4. Various methods can work simultaneously in object oriented programming languages, but in procedure oriented programming languages, nope, that concept is not available. Guys, tell me one thing. Generally, where we will be writing the main method? Generally, where we will be writing the main method? At the last, right? Yes or no? Yeah? Of course, we can write main method in the starting also, not at all a trouble. But normal approach, object-oriented programming languages generally follow bottom to top approach. Bottom to top approach. Procedure-oriented programming languages follows top to bottom approach. And in object-oriented programming languages, there is this amazing concept known as abstraction. In procedure oriented programming languages, you don't have these kinds of all these features which we are having with the object oriented programming languages. Am I clear with this? So just keep one point in mind, that is object oriented programming languages mainly concentrates on data security. Guys, as an IT developer, like as a Java developer or else as an IT professional, you are supposed to concentrate on the data security. That is your topmost, like what to say, like feature which you need to get it. Data security. See, guys, generally in news, sometimes you will be like listening to the news like the data has gone, the data breach, like for example, credit card information gone, or else patient information gone. Do you know what actually there is a case on Facebook also. There is a case on Google also. Why? They are trying to steal the user's data. Means our location will be shared with Google, right? Hey, yes or no, yaar? This case, literally, it's a case. So data security plays a very crucial role in any project. In any project, it may be a hospital management project, it may be a banking project, it may be a simple college project, anywhere. Data security has utmost importance. So that is the only reason right now, today in the market, trending is object oriented programming languages. So whenever you face this question, kindly please keep this point in mind. Like object oriented programming languages mainly concentrates on data security. Now, in object oriented programming languages, there are four features which are most commonly known as oops features. Let me just try to write like this. Oops features. Mainly, there are four features of oops are there. Four. What are those? First one. First one is encapsulation. Second one is inheritance. Third one is polymorphism. Finally, last one is abstraction. Mainly, there are four features of OOPS are there. Encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. Consider these four as superpowers of Java. Why in any Java interview, they are going to concentrate on OOPS features? Because without using OOPS features, there will not be any Java project. And after OOPS features, immediately after OOPS features, I'm going to discuss multi-threading. Needs OOPS knowledge. After multi-threading, I'm going to discuss exception handling. Needs OOPS knowledge. After that, I'm going to discuss IO streams. Needs OOPS knowledge. Collections. Needs OOPS knowledge. Lambda expressions. Method referencing. Stream API. All these concepts needs OOPS knowledge. That is the only reason in interview, mainly they are going to concentrate on OOPS. Why? Because that much important these concepts are. Without using OOPS concepts, there will never be any project. I believe you're understanding the importance of this. So, and actually, the beauty of these OOPS concepts is, okay, encapsulation, fine. Today we're going to discuss encapsulation. Tomorrow, we are going to start discussing about inheritance. After completing inheritance, if you are not perfect in inheritance, you will not understand polymorphism. If you are not perfect in polymorphism, you will not understand abstraction. Connection will be there. Interconnection will be there. Means in simple, for example, if I want to ask you question on abstraction, if you need to answer a question on abstraction, you should be having a knowledge about polymorphism and inheritance. Without that, you cannot answer a question on abstraction. I hope you're understanding the link here, right? So that's the only reason this is the order. And today we are going to start discussing about encapsulation. Okay. So day by day, we'll be trying to cover these remaining concepts also. So first, our today's concept is encapsulation. ENCAPSULATION. Encapsulation, right? Now, what is this encapsulation, right? Guys, generally, when you're speaking about encapsulation, there is this textbook definition. How many of you are from IT background? Raise your hands. IT background means BTech. Raise properly here. I'm unable to see it. BTech IT down. Non-IT, raise your hands, please. Great. Down. Now, guys, listen. I don't know. I'm not sure about non-IT background, but for IT people, you will be facing this question like in your academics, what is encapsulation? Generally, there is a concept known as OOPS concept. If Java is there, you will be having an OOPS concepts. And if you're having OOPS concepts, obviously you'll be having encapsulation. Encapsulation, textbook definition. What do you mean by encapsulation? Encapsulation means right now I'm giving you a textbook definition. Encapsulation means it is a process of binding up of data, or else let me go like this. It is a process of wrapping up of data or wrapping up of data or or binding up of data into a single unit. This is textbook definition. Encapsulation means it is a process of wrapping up of data or binding up of data into a single unit. And I'm not saying this is wrong. This is correct only. This definition is correct. Means in simple, the best example for encapsulation is Java class. Inside a class, we'll be having variables, we'll be having methods, we'll be having constructors, we'll be creating an objects. Am I right or wrong? All these are encapsulated into a class. Are you understanding the point here? Encapsulation means wrapping up of data or binding up of data into a single unit. And again, I am not saying this is wrong. This is correct. But if you say this definition in the interview, what interviewer will be thinking, Okay, that's it. His expression will be, fine. But right now, I'm going to say one more definition for this. If you say this definition in the interview, interviewer will look into your eyes. Means his inner feeling. Wow. That will be his inner feeling. Why? Because whatever the definition which I'm going to say right now, that is not academical definition. That is, not textbook definition. That is programmatical definition. Only if you are working on a project which is having encapsulation, then only you will be able to say that definition for that. So right now, I'm going to give you the definition. Please check this. Encapsulation. Yes, it is a process of making the fields as private and providing the access to those fields with the help of public methods. That is through setters and getters methods. So what do you mean by encapsulation? Encapsulation means it is a process of making the fields as private, making the fields as private and providing access to those fields with the help of public methods, that is through setters and getters methods. Now again, I'm saying both these definitions are correct. First one is textbook definition, which everyone will be saying this. Second one is programmatical definition. Only the people who worked with encapsulation, they'll be able to say this definition and they will be able to understand this. So let me just try to explain this definition. Like what is this? Why we are supposed to make the fields as private and how you are going to provide access to those fields with the help of public methods, and what are these setters and getters methods? All these right now we are going to discuss. Okay. Yeah, wait, come on. Faisal, you're asking me, sir, what does the meaning of setters and getters? Please wait here. Come on. Please wait. All right. Now, I'm having a class. Okay. Actually, I want one more class, please. Let me try to take two classes. Okay. Class A and class B. Two classes I have taken. All right. No issues. Not at all trouble. Okay. In class A, I'm having string emp name, int emp id, string emp dept. Just like that, not more than that. Okay, three variables. What are these three variables? If you observe, all these three are instance variables. Yes or no? Yaar? How many types of variables are there? I mean, what are those? Static and local. Now, all these three are instance variables. Okay. Now, my question is, I want to, in class B, I'm speaking about in class B, what I'll be trying to do, in class B, I want to ask the user to enter his name, to enter his ID, to enter his department, and whatever the details which were entered by the user in class B, I want to assign those values to the instance variables of class A. One more time. One more time. In class A, I'm having three variables. In class B, what I want to do now, I want to ask the user, enter your name, enter your ID, enter your DPT, I mean, department name. And whatever the details which were entered by the user, I want to assign those details to the class A instance variables. Now here you may ask me about, sir, why we are taking class A and class B? Why can't we directly, I mean, in class A only, I can ask the user, am I right or wrong? But guys, generally in our projects, what we'll be trying to do, in one class, we will take variables, only variables. From another classes, we will be trying to provide the values to those variables. For example, here I'm having only three variables, three instance variables, but in real-time projects, I'll be having 50. For all those 50 variables, different people will be giving the code for them. For example, take some attributes like employee name, employee ID, employee salary, employee address, employee vehicle, something like that. Okay. Now, for employee name and employee ID, I will be giving the data. Employee salary, employee department, some other team member will be giving the data, like that. Multiple people will be trying to access these variables. Are you understanding the point here? So generally what we'll be doing, in a single class, we will create all the variables, and that class should be available to all the other classes which are present in the project, so that other team members can access this data and they'll be trying to provide the data. Are you understanding the point here? Respond now. Okay. Let me just try to have a small method. Void method one like this. Okay. Now, tell me, I want to ask the data, ask the user to enter his name. Ask the user to enter his name. Tell me first what object I need to create. Perfect. Tell me the code. Don't start with scanner. Start with new. Please start with new. You already know that new keyword. Tell me the code. New, SCNN, new scanner equal to, you tell me, I'll write equal to SC belongs to scanner class. And here what we need to give, system.in. And I'm pretty much damn sure you know the reason why we are getting an error. Why we are getting an error? Where this scanner class is present? Java.util package. Okay, just let me try to import. Fine, I imported it. Okay, now I'm asking the user, please, system.out.println, enter your name. Okay, so sc.next. I'm just using only next. I'm not using next line method. I'm assuming only one word. Only one word. Okay. Now, please tell me equal to string name. Now, I need to assign this name to this EMP name. Tell me what I need to do. Any ideas? Feel free to say the ideas. Any ideas? Did you understand exactly what what is happening here? Whenever I'm calling method one, yeah, I'm going to ask the user, enter your name. I'm going to enter my name as Kishan. Now, whatever the data which I have entered, it will be present in this name. Now, I want to assign the value which is present in this name to this EMP name. Tell me what I need to do. Louder. I'm sorry. Raise your hands. Tell me. Class A dot EMP name. Why? Can you access instance variable with the help of class name? So wrong. Come on. What we need to do. That is correct. That is correct. Online students like Banushri and Anil, Vikas, Rakshita. That is correct, Amma. That is correct. That is good. Right. Guys, tell me. Instance variable. In how many ways you can access an instance variable? What are those? Identifier name and, for example, EMP name equal to name. Can I write like this? Tell me, can I write like this? Let me remove this. Obviously, I'll be getting an error. Why I'll be getting an error? Why? Because class B does not know what is the TMP name. So tell me, in how many ways we can access an instance variable? 2 ways. So clearly, if you are trying to access with the help of identifier name, you are having a trouble. So what is our second option? Create an object. Okay. Now please tell me the code. New class A equal to AOBJ belongs to. Now tell me. Tell me. AOBJ dot EMP name equal to name. I hope you're understanding the point here. Okay. Now exactly like this. Please, I want to ask the user system.out.println enter your ID. Enter your ID. Now, tell me. Int ID equal to sc dot next int. After that, AOBJ dot EMP ID. EMP ID equal to ID. Perfect. Now, please tell me one more. System.out.println. Enter your DPT. Okay. Now please tell me the code. sc dot next, and here I'm just trying to go with like equal to DPT. DPT belongs to string. Now tell me the code. AOBJ dot EMP department equal to DPT. I hope it's clear, guys. Now I actually have a question. See, I think here we are using more number of lines of code. What I'm trying to say is, can we reduce these 3 lines of code into 2 lines? Means still, can we reduce these 2 lines into 1 line? That's actually my question. Can we reduce these 2 lines into 1 line? Means simply, I'll do one thing. For example, can I write like this? Respond. I hope you're understanding the code. Okay. Now, just like this, for EMP ID also, simply I'll try to go like this. And here also, EMP department, let me remove this. And cut, paste it. Oops, sorry. Like this. Now, system.out.println employee details. Employee details. I just want to see the details. Tell me the code. SYSO, sorry, SYSO, EMPLOY, employee name plus AOBJ dot EMP name EMP name. After that, SYSO 23. Tell me, employee ID here, AOBJ dot EMP ID, and finally employee DBT, employee DBT, just employee DBT equal to like this, AOBJ dot EMP DBT. Okay, now let us try to execute the code. Let me save it. Okay, now please let me go to the main method. Okay, now inside the main method, simply new class A, sorry, class B. I just want to have a reference here, equal to BOBJ belongs to class B, and simply BOBJ dot method one. I'm simply calling my method one. Let us just try to execute the code. And I'm forgetting something actually. What I'm forgetting here, it is always a good programming practice to close the resource. Okay, just sc dot close. My warning also will be gone. Okay, let me window show view console. Okay, now I'm executing the program. Right click, run as Java application. Right, enter your name. All right, Kishan. Enter your ID 101. Enter your department. Yep, obviously Java. Now I'm pressing enter button. Employee details, Kishan, ID, and DEPT. That is Java. To now, is it clear for everyone? This is not encapsulation. This is not encapsulation. Means actually what is happening here? Class B, see, class B, listen guys, listen. With the help of class, with the help of class A object, class B is directly accessing my variable names. Where is the security in that? Other classes should not be able to directly access my, underline the word directly access my instance variables. No. Let me make it still simple. I don't want my variables to be accessed by other classes. So which access modifier I need to use? Tell me. Come on. Okay, let me simply make it as PRIVAT private, and here also PRIVAT private, and here also PRIVAT private. Done. Sir, our work is done. No, our work is not done. Sir, why? Why? Because listen to this point clearly. I don't want my private variables to be accessed by other classes, but I want the data from the other classes. Means in class B, user is entering the data as Kishan. In class B, user is entering the ID as 101. We want that data. We want that data to be assigned to this EMP name. We want whatever the data which is entered by the user 101 to be assigned to this EMP ID, and we want this Java to be assigned to EMP department. Sir, what are you saying? All these are private variables. Yes. They cannot access. Yes. But you want the data. Yes. That is encapsulation. Are you understanding the point here? Let me make it still simple. Class B should not access the data directly, but I want the data from class B. That's it. Did you understand the point here? Respond. Okay. Okay. Online students, kindly please respond, guys. Guys, I want you to please respond. Online students. One more time I'm saying, I will not allow class B to access my private variables directly, but I want the data from class B. Okay, we can do that. Let me show you. Okay, I'm going to close it. Okay. Now, please listen to this clearly. Public. Okay. Public. Why writing this data? I'll do one thing. I'm going to use a small shortcut. Alt plus Shift plus S. That's the shortcut. Hold Alt button, hold Shift button, don't remove it. Hold Alt button, hold Shift button, and please press yes. Then a top up will be coming. In the top up, can you see this generate getters and setters? Generate getters and setters. Please give a click on this one. Generate getters and setters. And you'll be having some checkboxes like this. Please select all the checkboxes. Please select all the checkboxes and then give a click on generate. That's it. Some methods will be coming. Let us try to understand those methods one by one. Okay. Now, let us concentrate on this. Just a second. Okay. Let us concentrate on this first method, that is get EMP name. Please feel free to answer the question. This method is which method? Like I'm speaking about what is the access modifier for this method. Come on. Okay. Did you remember what is the scope of public? We can access it anywhere. Okay. Tell me what is the name of this method. Okay. Return type. Return type. What it is returning? Yeah. I mean, what is the value? EMP name. Whatever EMP name is having, that value this method will be returning. Am I right or wrong? Okay. Now, let me speak about this one. Now, answer my question. Set EMP name. Is it a parameterized method or non-parameterized method? How many parameters? Type. What is the name of the local variable? Tell me, what is the name? I mean, is there any ambiguity with instance variables? How many instance variables are there? How many instance variables are there? What are those? EMP name, EMP ID, EMP department. Is there any variable name which is having ambiguity with this local variable? Yes. Now, do you know how to resolve that ambiguity? With the help of this keyword. Now, tell me what is happening in line number 16. Just what is happening in line number 16. Every time I'll say this, whenever you are having an equal to, always start from right side. Tell me what is happening in line number 16. Sir, what is happening, sir? Whatever the value this EMP name is having, we are assigning that value to our, tell me, instance variable. You understanding the point? For example, okay, if I'm giving EMP name as Kishan, now EMP name, what is the value this EMP name is having? Kishan. That value, we are assigning it to our instance variable. Am I right or wrong? Now, please check with remaining methods also. Okay. Now, just simple, answer my question. What is the name of this method? Get EMP ID. What is its return type? What is its return type? What it is going to return? EMP ID. Okay. Now, set EMP ID. Is it a parameterized method or non-parameterized method? How many parameters? Type, name, EMP ID. So here also we are having one more variable, instance variable with the name EMP ID. So simply I'm trying to resolve that ambiguity with the help of perfect. Same for remaining two methods also. Now my question is, guys, if you observe for all these methods, what is the access modifier? Hey, come on. Public. If a method is declared as public, we can access it anywhere. If a method is declared as public, we can access it anywhere. Okay. Now, let me come back to my class B. Okay. We are getting an error. We'll do one thing. Let me just try to keep all these things in comment, please. Okay. I'm keeping all these things in comment. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, in line number 13, we are getting an error. Tell me why we are getting an error in line number 13. I'm sorry, what? EMP name is a private variable. Sir, the scope of private is only within the class. All right. Let me just try to keep in comment. Compile time error. Compile time error. BC because of accessing an private VARIABLE, accessing a private variable. Okay. Accepted. Then I'll do one thing. AOBJ dot set EMP name. I'm calling AOBJ dot set EMP name. Set EMP name. Tell me why I'm getting an error. You need to answer, guys. Please tell me why we are getting an error. Come on. Set EMP name is a parameterized method. So whenever we are calling a parameterized method, obviously we need to pass a parameter. Yes or no? Which parameter? Which parameter? Okay. Can I write SC dot next? What is the return type of next method? Tell me. That's it. Done. Close. Okay. Sir, are you saying from line number 14, we are calling class A method? Exactly. From line number 14, we are calling class A method. Tell me. From here, our compiler will be directly coming to here. Am I right or wrong? Okay. For example, I'm giving here the name as, okay, let me execute. Right click, run as Java application. Okay. Just let me try to window, show, view, console. Now please tell me, enter your name. Okay. I'm entering my name as KISHN Kishan. If I press enter button, what happens? If I press enter button, what happens? Sir, if you press enter button, directly this input will be taken by the next method and it is going to return the same thing. And actually we are calling set EMP name. Am I right or wrong? So from class B, directly our compiler will be going to class A and EMP name value will be Kishan. The same value we are assigning to our instance variable. So tell me what is the value of EMP name? KISHAN, Kishan. In this entire process, anywhere class B directly accessed our private variables? No, it did not access it. Let me just try to execute. Okay, I'm pressing enter button. Done. It's assigned. Okay, just for our confirmation purpose, I'll do one thing. Here, system.out.println simply class A method called. Let me execute one more time. Right click, run as Java application. I'm entering the name as Kishan. I'm pressing enter button. Am I getting class A method call? I hope you're understanding the point. Right now, tell me what is the value of EMP name. Now, I want to display that name here. I want to display. I want to access that name. So tell me, whenever I'm trying to write like this, am I getting an error? Why? Why we are getting an error here? Private variable. Sir, how can you access private variable directly? Yep, fair point. Then I'll do one thing. For example, AOBJ dot get EMP name. Now answer my question. What is the return type for get EMP name? Come on, string. What this method is returning? EMP name. What is the value of EMP name? So what will be our output here? Right click, run as Java application, and enter your name. Okay. In this entire process, again, anywhere class B directly accessed our instance variables? No. Now do me a small favor. I want you to please help me to go with remaining variables also. Tell me. Okay, let me try to remove this. Now, yeah, you know the reason why we are getting an error at line number 17. Resolve the error. AOBJ dot set EMP SC dot perfect. Next in. Okay. Here we are getting an error. Resolve it. Please resolve it. AOBJ dot set EMP department SC dot next method. That is perfect. And now employee details also. I just want to print the employee details. Okay. Now please help me with the code. Here I'm getting an error. Just a second. Now tell me system.out.println. I want to print the employee ID. Tell me AOBJ dot. That is perfect. Get EMP ID, and again here also I just want to print it. AOBJ dot get EMP DEPT. Right click. What happened? Oh, line number 33 error. That's great. Okay, now right click, run as Java application. Fine. I'll do one thing. Shall I remove this line number 16? It's just like a distraction. Let me remove this. And now one more time. Right click, run as Java application. Okay. Enter your name. Enter your name. Entering name as Kishan, ID 101, DPT, JAVA Java. And yes, I am able to access my data. Now, what do you mean by encapsulation? Encapsulation means eyes on the board. Eyes on the board. What do you mean by encapsulation? Encapsulation means it is a process of making the fields as private and providing access to those fields with the help of public methods, that is through getters and setters methods. Tell me, what do you mean by encapsulation? Start with it is a process of, tell me, making the fields as private and providing access to those fields with the help of public methods, that is through setters and getters methods. Am I clear with this? Guys, again, one more time I'm saying you, encapsulation means directly you should not be able to access the data, but we want the data from other classes. Class B directly should not access my instance variables, but I want the data from class B. I believe it's clear, guys. Please keep your heading as encapsulation. And I want you to please have these in the notes, please. Online students, I hope you understand the concept here, guys. Amma Rakshita, is that clear? Rakshita, Vamsi Krishna. Very good. Please have this. Please have this. Without understanding this concept, you will not understand encapsulation. I hope it's clear, guys. Hey, yes or no here? Exactly. I told you, in order to understand OOPS concepts, you should be having a proper knowledge about previous concepts also. For example, if you don't know that instance variables can be accessed with the help of object, you'll not be able to understand this like that. Sorry, please carry on. Carry on. Now, guys, one more time I'm saying encapsulation means not restricting the data. We want the data. We need data. Encapsulation means directly they should not be able to access our variables. We want the data from class B. Please don't think like, sir, I mean, anyways, if you're providing, if you're making the variables as private also, class B is able to provide the values. We want the values. See, guys, class B does not know what is happening in the method. Which method? Which method? Class A methods. In class A method, public methods we are writing, right? Hey, yes or no here? In class A, we are writing public set methods. Class B is just calling that method. That's it. It does not know what is happening internally. In that public methods, we can change the code. We can write our own code. Wait, I'll give you a task. Then you will understand it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. Again, I'm saying you encapsulation means not restricting the data. We want the data. We are restricting the accessing the variables directly. I hope it's clear, guys. Okay. Okay. Now, please, I want you to please have class A first. Please have class A. Completed? Completed, guys? Okay, that's good. That is cool. That is cool. That is cool. No, okay, maybe fine. It's okay. Thank you. Please continue with class B also. Please, please, please continue with class B also. After that, I want to give you a task. Please go ahead. Please. And encapsulation, that's actually very easy, guys. Encapsulation is fine. But from tomorrow onwards, whatever the concepts which I'm going to discuss, I'll be asking you those concepts till the last class of our core Java also. It will be interconnected. So please don't miss the classes. Please don't miss the classes. Tell me, be clear. Yes, yes, you can do it, no problem. See, setter method. Whenever you are using setter method, please make sure you are having a parameter. Parameter. That parameter, you can take the same name or else different name. If you take the same name, then only we need to use this keyword. If you take another name also, no problem, not all trouble. Make sure whatever the parameter which you are giving for setter method, that parameter you need to assign it to your instance variable. See, buddy, instead of, for example, here, instead of writing this, I mean, here I directly generated. Instead of generating this, directly I can write also. If I write also, I'll write exactly the same thing. How to means? No, you ask me just what you feel, you ask me. For getter method, we are returning the employee name. Setting the name. Are you saying, like, are you asking that? How do we know to write those? Exactly. Sir, here you have generated. Okay. Your question is, how do we know that we need to write these methods? We are having three private variables. My requirement is, I already said this. What is my first requirement? My requirement is from class B. In class B, I need to ask the data from the user, and that data I need to set to my private variables, which are present in my class A. Private variables, I cannot access them directly. So what is my alternative? That's the reason we are creating like this. Okay, please. And right now here we are having only three instance variables, three private variables. But in our projects, we'll be having 30 to 40, 50 private variables will be there. So for all those variables, instead of writing by our own, simply we'll try to generate it. Much more easy way. That's it. And here I'm using next method, right? It's completely my requirement. Instead of next method, if you want to use next line, use it. No problem. I'm using next method. If you want to use next line, you can do that. No problem. It's your wish. It's your wish. Rajiv. Now, if you observe all setter methods and getter methods start with set and get? Yes or no? Here? Set EMP name, get EMP name. Sir, is it mandatory to write all setters and getters methods exactly like set and get? Okay, now I have a small, continue. First, try to write the program and listen. Let me ask you a small question. For example, just for example, how to say this? Let me think for a better real time example. In the meantime, write it. Ah, whenever we are traveling in buses, not buses, bikes or cars, generally we will be giving a signal indicator. Which color it will be? Red. Signal light, orange. It will be orange. Can we give blue? Yes, you can give blue. But will you see blue? You will not be seeing blue. Why? Orange indicates signal light. Am I right or wrong? Just like that, whenever we are writing setters and getters methods, generally we will use set and get. It's not mandatory, but our code will be reviewed by other team members also, not only by us. So whenever other, for example, testers, whenever testing department is seeing our code, they're just by seeing the code, they are supposed to understand whether it is setter methods or getter methods. That is the reason we will write like that. But it's not mandatory that 100% you need to use set method or else, you need to write set or get. No, instead of set or get, if you're writing other method names also, it will work exactly the same. Exactly the same, but definition. It collides with the definition. That's the reason it is advisable to use setters and getters like that. Yeah, Yash, I understand. In advance, you'll be getting it here. Wait for it. Rajiv, next method will accept a word, not a character. Come on. Now, what I want you to do is, please listen, ask the user, to enter EMP sal, EMP experience, EMP address. Now, if employee experience is more than 10 years, you need to increase the salary by 30% and print the result. For example, here, let me window show view console. Here I am printing the details, right? Like that, you need to print employee salary, employee experience, and employee address. Whenever you are printing employee salary, if the employee experience is more than 10 years, increase his salary by 30% and print it. Now, listen, take two classes, class A and class B. Class B should ask the data from the user and you need to print the data. That's it. No logical operations should be done in class B. You need to use class B only for getting the data from the user and printing the updated values. That's it. Am I clear with this? Continue. Use encapsulation. Again, I'm saying class B only you are supposed to ask the data from the user and print the data. Logical operations you should not be doing in class B. Where you will be doing, I don't know. Carry on. Use encapsulation. Go ahead. Go ahead, please. Experience is 10 years or more than 10 years? 10 or more than 10? 10 or more than 10 years, you need to increase the salary by 30%. Start now. Come on, go ahead. Don't refer. Don't refer to the previous program. Don't. Try to do it by your own. Don't refer. Try. Just try. Now, guys, just a second. Please tell me. Please tell me. Just a minute. Listen. Class B. What you need to do in class B? Tell me. Ask the data from the user. Print the data. That's it. No logical operations in class B. Continue.